This week's top stories include majority of U.S. firms in China are eyeing relocation, is Chinese legal reform enough to protect your IP, and one size fits all isn't always best for social compliance. Remember to click the link below for the full stories and 2 other featured articles. First up, majority of U.S. firms in China are eyeing relocation. More than 70% of U.S. firms operating in southern China are considering delaying further investment and moving manufacturing outside China. Researchers surveyed 219 Chinese and foreign businesses, 1/3 of which were from the manufacturing sector. According to this survey, U.S. companies feel they are hurting more than their Chinese counterparts. 85% of U.S. companies surveyed said they have suffered from combined tariffs, but only 70% of Chinese respondents felt the same. People have been questioning whether companies will leave China since the trade war began. The survey doesn't reveal specific relocation plans, but it does show those plans don't necessarily involve moving back to the U.S. By the looks of this survey, it's no longer a question of if companies will move out of China, it's a question of when. Next up, is Chinese legal reform enough to protect your IP? China has been working to increase IP protections for several years. In 2008, China published the National Intellectual Property Development Strategy. Since then, China has increased damages awarded in legal IP cases, opened specialized IP courts and tribunals to train judges, and restructured the State Intellectual Property Office. But despite these changes, China has yet to shake a decades-old reputation of lackluster regulation, and the US government continues to punish China for perceived wrongs. Ongoing reform may pave the way for improvement, but the current political environment is rocky at best. With a little preparation, you can increase protections and rest easy when operating in China. Try crafting a narrative around your IP and build relationships with retail channels in China. Last step, one size fits all isn't always best for social compliance. 82% of S&P 500 companies published a sustainability report in 2017. CSR has become an essential corporate consideration. For most importers, it's a way to assess their suppliers' working conditions and protect their businesses from bad press and factory closures. But many businesses that want to assess social compliance struggle to sift through the various options and standards. CSR is based on a company's individual ethics, a unique personal code. And because of this, it can be hard to create a universal code. Everyone agrees a factory should be safe for its workers, but creating a safe factory workspace depends on production processes. It's unlikely one set of standards could work in every circumstance. Instead of trying to find a one-size-fits-all CSR program, develop your own program based on company values. Those are just the top 3 stories from this week. To read the other 2, follow the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week on Best in Manufacturing.